Hola, welcome back to Crafters TV. I hope you are having an amazing Tuesday. We're having a fantastic day because we have had an incredible launch day, a wonderful wake-up call, and now it's all about launch party, where we showcase some new products for you and also some of the products that we've launched very, very recently. There's loads in this show. You've been very excited about the Jigsaw dies all day, which the lovely Debbie Fisher is going to be taking them through. It's been a triple Debbie day. What a treat it has been for us today, Debbie.
Such a treat, I know. I don't think I've ever been in on a day, Joe, where we've had 2 launches in one day. 2 really big launches. And actually, we have launches every single day. How amazing is that? So you've seen the stamps, so the interchangeable stamps that we had on earlier. We gave you a sneak peek of the Jigsaw dies that we have on now, which are absolutely incredible. So we're starting off with the smaller ones. So we do the 5x7. Love this, that we can actually do our cards out of it. We're going to be doing a demo of this one in just a sec, which is gorgeous. But if you want to do your really big projects and big jigsaw puzzles and create something like this as a present with then all your jigsaw pieces inside, honestly, you can do so much with these dies. I love the fact that you can be really creative. You can make gifts with it. So having these little boxes with your stamp set, so you don't even have to just have printed photos or have your stacked cardstock. You can actually make your own and then be able to pop them in with a little gift card. I mean, how cute is that? With the picture of what you're doing as well on there, and then you've got the picture to do it onto in the bottom of the box. I mean, how clever is that? If you really want to make bespoke handmade gifts, I mean, you could sell this at your craft fairs, Joe, and they would be absolutely amazing. And I just want to bring in this scrapbook page that's been made, which is from our Nicole. She did this with Sarah. How amazing is this with Sarah with her dad? It just looks really cool if you want to do it as your home decor, if you want to mount them into pictures, or if you want to do scrapbook pages such as this. I mean, it looks really special, doesn't it? It doesn't have to just be a puzzle itself. You can actually make your cards out of it. You can make your, you know, scrapbook pages. These really are just amazing dies.
Yeah, they are. And the great thing, we call them jigsaws here in the UK. Now, you guys stateside call them puzzles. But I love the fact that you can showcase your photos with these as well. How often do we talk about, you know, taking beautiful photos and then doing nothing with them? What a really clever way to create something awesome with all of those amazing pictures and photos that lots of us have. I'm going to go through the options for you because they are amazing. They are already very, very busy as well. So 3 different options for you if you're going for the abstract jigsaw dies. We did do some other shapes before. They were very, very popular. These are kind of more traditional or conventional jigsaw or puzzle shapes and sizes. So really it depends on what machine you own, which one you're going to go for. So first up, you've got this one here at the top. This is the 5x7 size for you. What you're going to get in there is the jigsaw puzzle die itself and the mount board included in there as well. I can't believe we've given you such a great saving on what is a brand new launch. So that is if you are a Gemini Junior user. If you are using a regular Gemini, then you're going to want to go for this next item just here. It is the 10x8 abstract jigsaw die with the mount board included as well. Again, a great saving on there. The platinum price, I think, here is absolutely fantastic. Maybe you're one of those lucky souls out there that owns a Gemini Pro. Well, if you are, then you are going to want to go big, which is this item just here. Now, this is your 8.5 by 11 inch. That makes a 50-piece jigsaw or puzzle for you. £48 or $56 there or thereabouts if you are a platinum member. It's been very busy on these already today. We're going to have a very, very busy show, and a lot of you so excited to see what Debbie does with them. There is a lot of other stuff in the show, so I would definitely urge you though to pop yourself over to the website, hit that shop the show button and see everything that is coming your way. So we've got loads of recent launches. The Snowmen have been ever so popular since we launched them. These are great because you buy 3 and you get 1 free on what is a brand new launch. £9.58 or $14.28 for platinum members there on those. Brilliant that you're getting the focal imagery and you're then getting the sentiments within there as well. Something else you love, we had them on Second Chance Sunday. They were very, very busy. It's the Everyday Creator Card Die Collection, or the Creator Danglers as I like to call them, because these have actually got loose elements within them. You'll see them in more detail as we go through the show. 6 creator cards in there, so loads of value for you, and you're going to get the die brush and the pad included as well. Now, I think these are ingenious because so many of us give gift cards at Christmas. And what we've done is created a range so you can showcase and house those gift cards beautifully. You've got the Santa in there, the presents, the stocking and the snowman. They're loads of fun, these. And you can get all 4 along with the cardstock as well, $32.79 or $38.36. It's the cherry red you'll get. I know it's a Christmas red that is pictured there. Something else which I loved, myself and Debbie had a little look at these a couple of days ago. These are incredible. They are your metallic paint markers. They're an oil-based acrylic paint that's in here. You get 3 different nib shapes and sizes within them. You're getting them the gold, the silver and the copper in there as well. We do have Autumn Blessings available on the show for you. Go and check the website for that. We'll show you that in more detail a little later. If you want to get in touch, you can do so in all the usual ways. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafts Companion over on YouTube. Loads of you checking in already and saying hi. A lot of you letting me know you've already got your hands on these amazing Jigsaw puzzle dies. Right. How easy are these to use then, Debbie? Because I know they look amazing. I think some people, though, might think they could be quite difficult to use, but they're not, are they?
No, not at all. I mean, you'd think of a jigsaw puzzle to be quite tricky anyway, but to actually be able to make your own, honestly, is, I think, just an amazing thing to be able to do. I think for yourselves, for your children, for your grandchildren, for presents, anyone is going to absolutely love these. I mean, why don't you make a jigsaw easel card and then have a box drawer underneath where you could put that jigsaw puzzle, and people could actually do that. I mean, there are just so many different ways you can do that. You can cut them through magnets and create fridge magnets with them.
No, I love that idea, Debbie.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's different about these ones, Joe, is they are abstract, so they're like quirky angles on these. It doesn't make them too difficult, but it makes them that little bit more tricky than a general puzzle, which is quite good when you're doing a puzzle, because you want to be able to have that challenge to be able to do it. So the 3 we have got, what's great about these is, I'm going to put all of them out. We have 3 different sizes. We've actually accommodated every one that has a different Gemini machine. So our first one is a 5x7, which will go through your Gemini Junior. And then we've got our bigger one, which will go on to your A4 cardstock. And this one is a 10x8. This will go in your Gemini machine. We then have an 8.5x11, which will go in your Pro. So each one goes in a different machine. Now, the one that goes in the Pro has been sized for the letter size of the US. Right. Which is brilliant. So we've really tried hard to accommodate that with your card size. So you've got one for the American letter size and the UK. Obviously you can do both, but I know it's quite important when you're buying card in the US that you have your size to the 8.5 by 11 inches, and that's why we've done these differently. We've also got a different amount in each one. So you've got your 44 piece, like Joe said, your 50 piece, and this one is your 30 piece. So all different sizes. And then you're getting your mount boards. So you can see each one I have put on a piece of mount board, so you can see it will cut your mount board really well. And you're probably wondering how you can cut mount board. It's because this is not a regular thin metal die. These dies are quite thick in their making, which means they can cut through different materials. Think about, you could cut cork through these, you could cut your felt through these, fuzzy felt puzzles, can you imagine that?
Nice.
So lots of different things that you can create with these, which are great. So we're going to start off with the smallest one and use our mount board size. So
well, you get 20 sheets of mount board in there, so that's 20 puzzles or jigsaws you can make right off the bat. For what, with this size, $29.99 and $39.95. You were making to sell, which of course you're welcome to do, Debbie. You make your money back in no time, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. And you know what you could do? If you was to take your Gemini MIDI to your craft fairs, you could always take pictures to do, but if people know you're there, or you want to make a small business online, you could actually cut people's photographs for them so they can mount them, and you can make puzzles and gifts for them for Christmas or birthdays or any occasion. So all I'm doing today is I'm going to be bringing in just some bits that I found. These are from our Hunkadory. They were from a paper pad, which is the 8x8. And I love this idea. My daughter loves penguins, so I'm definitely going to be doing this as a Christmas card for her. Now, the first thing you want to do, if you've got adhesive sheets, put an adhesive sheet on the back of it and attach it to there. I haven't got none at hand, so I am going to use my tape pen. What I would recommend is using a wet glue, but let it dry, because you don't then want to put your puzzle on the top and then put it through your Gemini and have it sort of squidge out. And also what you don't want it to do, you don't want it to squidge through the cutout pieces, because if it does that, all it's going to do is dry it and keep it together.
Yeah.
So make sure...
Might be quite fun giving someone a puzzle that doesn't come apart though, you know, just to really sort of play around with them. Alison's asking what size would be good to use in the Gemini MIDI. I'm guessing it would be this 5x7 size, would it?
Yes, it would, because it's the same size as the Gemini Junior. Yeah, so this one is for all your A5 cutting machines. And all you need to know is if you're using a different machine to the Gemini and you've got an A5 machine, just refer to your user manual, and that will tell you exactly the platform you need for a mixed media die. So bringing in our mount board, I'm just going to stick that onto there. So I'm just keeping it flat and rubbing that down, and then give that a good rub all over, especially if you're using a double-sided sticky sheet. You just want to make sure every bit of that is stuck solidly onto there. And the reason being is because you don't want it to, when your puzzle's cut, you don't want those pieces to come apart. Although I'm making this one into a card, so it really wouldn't matter at doing that. You do have your instructions on the back, which tells you the platforms that you need in your Gemini for a multimedia die. So popping that on there, and then we're just going to put our puzzle piece over the top. So you just put it where you want it on that image. I want to make sure I get my penguins in at the top, the bottom piece here, and at the side. Now I'm going to bring in my Gemini plates. What you are going to need for this one is your metal shim. So I would say use your metal shim when you're using a mixed media die. It just helps with that cutting across the whole board. So we're going to put our plastic shim, our magnetic mat, there are metal shim, sorry, and then we're going to put our die onto our picture. You could use your photographs, you could make your own. Then we're going to use our plastic shim and take out our magnetic mat. We don't need that with a mixed media die. And then our cutting plate across the top. And then we're going to run it through. So
excellent.
Nice and easy.
Lots of people loving these. Rhonda says, woo woo, something for the pro. Joy says, such a great idea for puzzles. Carol loving the 8.5x11 size. Deborah loving these as well. Lots of you very, very excited about the launch of these. I know the smaller ones, they were sort of more decorative really, weren't they? The other ones that we did, Debbie. Remember the shapes that we did in the puzzle size. So I know a lot of people love creating those as gifts. It's really lovely to get something that is more of a conventional puzzle shape and size. So you can start creating something that is truly, truly giftable. And what better thing to give someone for Christmas than something you've made, especially when it's personalised. Imagine what you'd pay if you went on to the web and tried to buy a personalised puzzle with your picture on there. Must be services out there that will do it for you. Surely it's going to cost you more than the cost of this die, I would imagine. Oh, absolutely. And that's what I say about if you have got a small business and you sell your things, even online, it's a great way of doing this. So what I'm doing, Joe, is I don't want my puzzle to come apart, because I can always use this same image to cut out again, but what I want to do is keep that intact. So I've put another piece of card on the base. Then we can take away this bit here. So this is our actual main puzzle. You can see all those pieces are cut, and I will show you when I turn it over. But what I want to do, I'm going to bring in another piece of card. So I'm just going to get another piece out of my pack. So this is a good way of keeping it intact if you want to glue a lot of your pieces together. I'm just going to place that over the top, and then holding that, I'm going to turn that over. So I'm getting over to the back. And then I can open that up, and you can see all these pieces are cut beautifully. Even those middle sections, I want to just take a bit out so you can see that that has cut. I don't want to pull my puzzle apart. So even that middle section, we can take that, and you've got your perfect puzzle piece. But what I do want to do is I want to take out some of the pieces. So I'm going to take a couple of bits out of here of the penguins. Let's take a middle piece out, a couple of pieces from the top.
Let's take out these pieces. So wherever you want to take them out for, but I also want to keep these all intact. And let's take these bottom two out as well. So pop in them there. And then what I want to do is I'm going to bring in a piece of backing card. So I've got this beautiful blue that I thought would go really well with the penguins. So let's move these pieces to the side. I'm going to keep this straight because what I do want to do is make sure that I put this on straight. And then I'm going to bring in my all-purpose glue. So just taking the lid off of that. I'm just going to be really careful now and just go over. It doesn't have to be precise. You don't have to cover every single bit of it. You just want to make sure that you've got some glue on all those pieces. If they move about, don't worry, just push them back in afterwards. But this is a really good way of being able to hold them down and create something really fun. So I'm just making sure they've all got a little bit of glue on and we're all sorted. And then I've got this piece here so I can actually go in. You can always afterwards decide like if you need a bit trimming off the edges. So I'm going to go in like that, and also because I'm using wet glue I can move that about if it's not completely straight. And then what I'm going to do is, in fact, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put that other piece of mount board on the top, turn that over and then bring that in. So let's turn that around. So I'm just going to actually straighten that out a little bit so we can actually move that down. So I've got the same amount around. And there we go. I'm just going to stick that to there. And then I've got a card front to put that on. So let's move that on. I'm going to just go around the edges of this. So actually we can go back. I can just, now I know that's straight where I want it. I'm then going to put my tape pen down all those sides. So it's quite nice idea just to keep rotating, turning, getting that design right where you want it. And then we can, and then we can get our main card. And then I'm going to take that off actually, Joe, because we don't need, in fact it's all stuck now, isn't it? So what I can do is just turn it over now. And we're going to place that into the middle of our card.
Maybe, I mean, you've got 20 sheets of mount board in here. You can replace the mount board as well. You'll be able to come by that really easily. Maybe you could actually make someone the project on the front and then actually include the actual puzzle for them.
Yes.
Or jigsaw included as well. You know, you can make infinite amounts of these. So why not? It's just the sake of, a piece of mount board and printing off a picture. I think it's going to be so fun. How about sending out like things like invitations with them in, you know, like having the invitation and having the date on the inside, but on a puzzle, so people have to like put the puzzle together in order, to get the venue or to find the day. I think you can have loads of fun with these.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So I'm going to put some 3D glue gel onto these, but I'm actually going to offset them because I don't want them to go back in. I just want that illusion that you've got that puzzle. So just popping that onto there. And then we can just start piecing in where we think these puzzles, I don't even know where they've come from, Joe, but actually it doesn't really matter. So we can pop a piece there. Yeah, it is just about guessing, isn't it? Just guess where they are. And then
Panda Crafts says, is it just jigsaw dies in this show? Panda Crafts, no, it is not. There is so much other great stuff in this show, which I'm going to take you with, but I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. It really is. There's loads. Head over to the website, hit the Shop the Show button, you'll see everything that's in the show. But we've got loads of other things we're going to take you through. Debbie, you've got loads of demos planned, haven't you? Oh,
absolutely. Yes, so many. So yeah, same to you. We've got loads on this show, Joe, which is really exciting. So I'm just going to put those couple of bits there. We don't have to worry about all of them because it's not a puzzle that's going to be done. But it just, we've got a bit that's come off there. I thought I'd glued that one on. Let's pop that one just on the top there. And there we go. But look how interesting now we've made that from going from that puzzle piece. You can put a sentiment on that and then just add it, like Joe said, have it as a box, do it as an image on the front, but you can do that with all your photos or whatever you've got in your stash.
I know you want to get your hands on these. The decision is, though, you've got to ask yourself, what size are you going to go for? And it really is dictated by what size die cutting machine you have. 3 different sizes. Debbie's just shown us the smallest size there. So that was the 5x7 one. Now, the 5x7 one has been designed to go through your Gemini Junior. It will also go through your Gemini Midi as well. If you want to use it through there, you can. It makes a 30-piece jigsaw or puzzle for you. You get the die itself, and you're also then getting the mount board included included as well. And we've given you a discount, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So you've got that. The other one then, the middle size, which is this one here, is your 10 by 8. Now this is for those of you that have got an A4 sized die cutting machine. So our regular Gemini is the machine that you would be using this one through. Makes a 10 by 8 abstract jigsaw, and you've got 44 pieces within there. You will get the 20 sheets of mount board in the corresponding size as well. Then the other one we have for you is this one just here. Now this is your 11 by 8.5 or US letter size. So if you guys are in the US, you will need the Gemini Pro if you want to use this particular one. This is the largest one. Makes a 50-piece jigsaw for you, $59.99 or $69.95. You're all going to be using your Club Inspired discount somewhere there as well. All three of them come with the mount board as well. Now, something else you guys have absolutely loved, and it's been so incredibly busy since we launched it yesterday, is the Autumn Blessings. Now, we had 2 different collections for you yesterday, totally sold out. We worked really hard to get a collection back together. I know we lost half of it, was it, in the show just yesterday? 60% actually of this is gone. This could be the last live airing that you actually see the Autumn Blessings in. And I know that is bonkers considering it only launched yesterday. Let me take you through what you're getting in this particular collection. We've still managed to get all of the hardware for you when it comes to, it's the same as the launch offers that we brought you yesterday. So you've got your thanks sentiment in here. You've also got the skeleton leaves in here as well. These are going to be the next element to sell out, so make sure you are jumping on these if you want to get your hands on them. We've then got the Hello Autumn in here. This is going to cut the background layer for you, and then it cuts the veins of those leaves into there too. You've got your forest toadstool in here. I love this stencil. I think you're going to be adding this to so many of your autumnal projects. It's your scattered leaves. You also receive in here as well your pumpkin patch. Beautiful dies. You have loads of fun colouring these up. We've got a real Halloween Thanksgiving vibe to it. This one here is your autumn tree. So it's like our layering stamps, but in this tree style. So the great thing with this is that you're going to really be able to change the colours with this and take it all the way through the season. So yes, it's going to be perfect for autumn, but lots of these elements you're going to be able to customise and take through the seasons with you. You've also got Grateful Thanks in here. This is a real Thanksgiving themed item with those logs. It's your round wood slices that you've got there. Love the sentiments in this collection too, really great ones. I'm so very blessed to know you, this says here. You are such a blessing in my life. Really lovely, inspiring, uplifting sentiments across the 2 different collections that you've got there. This one being heartfelt wishes. Then we move in to our Harvest Festival, and what you've got in here, of course, are all those different elements. This one's going to be great for building scenes. I can see this working really well on something like a Z-fold card, or maybe even in some of our scene builder elements that we've brought you. You could actually interchange that for these stamps and dies. Pop-out boxes, another one that would maybe look fabulous using those. We then move into our embossing folder, so you've got your autumn foliage, which is your 3D folder, really rustic feel to this one. And then you've also got here your falling leaves. And your falling leaves, you have the embossing folder, 2D embossing folder, but then a stencil as well, so you can really start to pinpoint the colours that you want to use on that particular embossing folder. But that's not where it ends, because you will also receive as well the 6x6 paper pad, which I'll try not to knock this over, which is this one just here. So really beautiful artwork in here, great if you want to snip into it. Love that you've got some more abstract designs, you've got some patterns, florals within there. That one with the pumpkin patch is absolutely adorable. A really, really lovely 6x6 pad there, 36 pages or sheets coming to you in that particular one. If you want to get hold of this, we may bring back another bundle in a week or so's time, but the bundles are only going to get smaller from here on in. As I said, this one's got all of the hardware that we launched, and it's got the 6x6 paper pad in there as well, and a great price for you, under £60, just over $75 if you are a Club Inspire Platinum member. If you did miss out on it yesterday, now really is your chance, because already it's going in this show, 60% of that back in stock bundle has sold out and gone. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to the Snowmen. These are adorable. These are actually back in stock. These did sell out. Some of you I know missed out on these. What's lovely about these is what you've got is that focal imagery in each one of them, but then what you've got is your sentiments in here too. I'm going to show you the 4 different styles that you are getting in here. Love that one, really is beautiful. That's your warm holiday hugs that you're looking at there. Love it with a pop of red in the background on this one just here. So this is a lovely sample that Bianca has put together for us. This one here looks a bit cheeky but mischievous, this chappy here, doesn't he? And then you've got that one with the beautiful Christmas tree there in the background too. You actually pay for 3 and we send you 4. We have been able to replicate the launch offer with this too, so absolutely snap this up whilst all 4 of those are available. Less than £10 or $15 for Platinum members, which I think is a sensational price. Just a little bit of fun these, Debbie, and a nice size, don't you think, to do a whole host of different things with?
For all $11.97 for all the stamps.
So less $9.58
Wow.
or $14.28 for Platinum members.
That's amazing. That's just truly amazing. Yeah,
Great value.
these stamps are so much fun. Much fun, I should have said.
Hey.
Yeah, they're beautiful. If you want something that's really quick and easy but really good fun, and you also want something you don't have to do too much colouring in. I mean, we're going to do a lot of colour in our next demo, but if you just want to do a snowman and have it pretty basic that looks amazing, so looking at these samples, your snow is white, so you don't have to do a lot with those snowmen, but if you do want to add definition and add a touch of grey, you can. I just love everything that you can do with these. They're happy, they're joyful, they're everything that you expect from some really fun stamps. He is very cheeky, this one. What I love about this, Joe, I think you could turn those earmuffs into headphones. He looks like he's listening to his music, isn't he, and rocking around the Christmas tree. But they are absolutely gorgeous, so much fun and super easy to do. I mean, if we just take a look at this one, just doing it onto white card, and the only colouring that's been done there is the presents and the blue and the orange for his nose. So simple, but they look really effective. And what I love about them as well, Joe, is they're for all ages. Even though they're cute, they're that cute, nice that's going to go for everybody, not just for youngsters. So they're absolutely brilliant. So the first thing we're going to do, I have to use that really cute snowman, and he's the Season for Giving. So a great size, a great one to do, and you've got all these different sentiments as well. So we're going to take that main stamp. Now I'm going to be using watercolours, so I'm going to be bringing in my tricolours. These are great and very forgiving, and they just add some amazing colour. I'm going to use it with my waterproof dye, so the Noir Black, because it's the one that's going to work really well with my watercolours. So I'm just going to pop him down at the bottom here and stamp him out. So I'm going to bring my stamping platform into play. You could see a lot of it in use on the earlier show. So we're going to position him over there, put our magnets into place, and then we're going to stamp him out. So I want to stamp him because I want you to see how gorgeous he is stamped out. So let's take that off. There we go. Pop that on, and then give that a stamp. So super easy, and even more easy if you've got the stamping platform. And you can see, I mean, look how amazing that stamp is. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, what I love is all the added texture that you've got in there. So it gives it so much shape and dimension already, doesn't it? It's not like just like an outline image, as so many stamps are.
Yeah, totally. And the great thing about this, it shows you where all your shading is. So if you want to go in with a little bit of grey or a tiny bit of light blue, you've got that shading around there. You've got that shading on the snow and around his feet. So everything's been thought out for you. Now the next step of what I've done, I'm going to bring this one in exactly the same, stamped it out, but this time I've put my Pebeo drawing gum onto it, so you can see it's blue. So that's going to give me a resist. And then the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to create the Northern Lights. Not exactly the Northern
Lights.
The Northern Lights, yes.
Wow.
I'm not going to say what the real word is because I was getting Aurora Borealis.
Aurora?
Aurora, Joe. Aurora.
There's a shop opposite my flat called Northern Lights.
Is there?
Yeah, it sells plants. It's actually a plant hospital as well.
Oh, so
if
where,
your
what's
plant's
the
a bit poorly, you can take your plant there and they sort of nurse it back to health for you.
And what's the, so I want teal, sorry, I'm just checking so I want teal and aquamarine. So I'm just going to put this onto my mat, Joe. What is the meaning of the name behind that?
I'm not sure, I think it's...
Because most bit that when
it's called Northern Lights, like the Northern Lights, I guess.
Oh. Yeah. There you go. Right, so...
But they do sell lights and they are based in the north, so maybe that's why it's called Northern Lights.
Could be.
Who knows?
Ah, yeah.
Northern Lights.
Northern
Royal
Lights.
Borealis,
Yeah, makes sense. So with this technique, what we need to do is it's a slow build up where you continue to build up your colour. So, and all I'm going to do is sweep colour into the cardstock.
I haven't seen this before, Debbie.
Yeah, so you just sort of sweep it in, sweep it down, and then you build up your colour, Joe. So I'm going to add a bit more water, but I'm going to pick up the blue, the darker blue, and we're going to start sweeping that in as well.
Mary Pat loves these stamps. Rhonda says, the snow folks are so damn cute. I just want to pinch their little cheeks. Love that. And Penguins 88888 says, these snow peeps are cute. Can't wait for them to turn up. We did wonder if Penguin's name, Penguins 8888888, is like that because like that's the noise that penguins make when you say 8 over and over and over. Turns out it isn't. She was trying to find a username on YouTube. Penguins 8 was taken, as was 88, so she just kept putting 8s in until she found one that wasn't taken anymore. There's the backstory for you.
That happens. I remember doing that with my email.
Do you?
Yeah, and my email is, well, I'm not sure what the number is now. Can't think one. Oh, it's just got a 0 in the end next to it.
Just because all the others are taken.
Just a 0, yeah, because I wanted a number.
So that's a good thing about my name. No one else has got it. Because it's quite an unusual one, so it's never taken.
Yeah, it is an unusual one. What, your name?
My name, yeah. I've only got one name, just in case. I like my birthdays.
Well, you have 2 birthdays, Joe, so yeah, perhaps you had 2 names.
Like the Queen.
Names. Like the Queen.
Yeah.
Yes, like the Queen. So then we're going to add some greens. I'm going to just bring a little bit of green in, and we're going to add that as well. And it is really a case, Joe. So it looks messy to start with, but keep doing this. I'm not going to do it for long because I don't want to, you know, it'll take a while. But if you just keep doing these streaks into here and then add some different, so we might add our purples here and add some of that over on the other side. And you just
Did you wet the cardstock first, Debbie?
No, not at all. It's dry cardstock. And then I'm just sort of using a thinner brush just to flick into here. But can you see, I mean, I'm giving you a good image of how you sort of build it up. And then I'm going to bring in then once you trim it down,
nice.
I've trimmed this down. I've added a little bit of faux bleaching behind.
I see what you mean about the Northern Lights.
Yes, it's just got that feel about it, hasn't it, with all those lights in the background.
Very galactic.
Yeah, so keep going and don't give up because it really will, and then trim it to size. Now this is where the magic happens, because if you've got the Pebeo, I'm not sure if it's in stock at all, but if you just rub over the top here, it will start to come away, because all it is like a rubber resist, but it's water-based, which means it just rubs away really, really well. So just taking that, in fact, if you've got a rubber, it probably works even better. Because I did this yesterday, I wanted to make sure, so I'm just going to see where my rubber is, Joe. I've got one here somewhere.
An eraser.
Eraser. Apologies to our, yeah, they know. Joe just has to correct me, doesn't he? It's just,
I'm just not correcting you, I'm just here to go, I'm here, just got your back, Debbie, that's all it is.
Right, so, and all I'm doing is making sure that where I'm rubbing it, I then don't go over my image too much, because all that will do is colour the white in, and I want to keep that from colouring again. I don't want it because our snowman is white. So once you've done that and got rid of all your drawing gum over the top, you'll end up with your gorgeous white snowman. There we go. Oh, got beautiful. A little bit more there. Rub that out, and the last bit, there we go.
Betsy says, what do you mean, Joe, like the Queen? She has 2 birthdays. She does have 2 birthdays, yeah. Queen has an actual birthday, and then she has one in the summer as well.
Maybe they haven't heard of your story of why you have 2 birthdays, Joe.
I did say I'd say it the other day, didn't I? But then I didn't. Maybe in this show.
Yeah, and you didn't. So I'm thinking you should say now, Joe, because I tell you what.
It's not as exciting as it now. We've really built it up now, haven't we?
It is though. It's a funny story.
It is hilarious.
So I tell you what, I'll do my colouring while you're telling your story.
Okay. So essentially, when I was a kid, my parents used to move our birthdays around. So as if it fell like on an inconvenient day, if they were working, for instance, let's say, they'd just move it a couple of days. So we'd have parties on the days that we were off. And then my mum applied for my passport and she accidentally wrote the date down wrong on the form, but you take the form to the post office in those days and they check it for you and send it off. So because they used to move the birthday around a little bit, when I was like 3 or 4, my mum was a bit unsure whether it was the 26th or the 27th. So she checked my passport and thought, brilliant, it's the 27th. Therefore, my birthday was always on the 27th. And when you apply for a new passport, Debbie, all you do is you send the old passport back and they send you the new one, so you don't need to do anything. Unless you lose your passport, which I did when I was 19. Then, when you lose your passport, you have to get your birth certificate out. My birth certificate did not have my right birthday on it. Well, it did have my correct birthday on. So actually, it turns out I celebrated my birthday on the wrong day for 19 years. It is, in fact, the 26th of September, not the 27th of September.
That's so funny. Such a funny story.
I thought it was hilarious. My mum was mortified,
Yeah,
as you can imagine. And she hates me telling the story as well.
It's just brilliant.
She was in labour for 24 hours with me as well. So she was probably exhausted at that point by the time, she's too exhausted to remember what day it was. Kathy C says, my dad had 2 birthdays as well. He was born on the 20th of December, but his dad registered him on the 21st, on the wrong day. There you go. It's maybe more common than you would imagine. Tony was saying what the name of the product was that you cover the snowman. It was the Pebeo drawing gum, wasn't it, Debbie?
It was, yes.
Joy says she's definitely going to try the drawing gum out. She's got some at home. Fred says, love this comment, these snow people have melted my heart.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, they're rather lovely, aren't they? My niece, talking about changes, is she is a girl, but she's down on her birth certificate as being a boy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And has she changed it or she left
No,
it?
you can't change your birth certificate. So it has to have another certificate to go with that one to say that she is a girl.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously it was my my brother and my sister-in-law. Well, obviously the registrar put it down wrong.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So so she's down as a boy. It's very unfortunate.
Do you know what was very funny? The day that I changed my birthday on Facebook, and it comes up as a notification. Joe Remblance changed his birthday from the 27th of September to the 26th of September. People were like,
that is funny.
What?
That's very funny. Right, so we're just going to add a little bit of blue now to finish him off. There we go. They are gorgeous stamps, these, aren't they?
Really, really beautiful. I love how playful they are, and love the size. Yes, you could. I definitely think you could use multiples of these on one design. Small enough to use for something like a tag. Would you agree, Debbie?
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't got an orange at hand, so I'm just going to give him a green nose. I think. Why not?
What could his green nose be? A courgette. Could you give him a little purple one?
Yeah. Ah, there we go. It's an unusual one with, I've put too much, look, can you see it's all bleeding into one, too much water on that bit. So all I'm going to do is dab that, and then I can just go in and add that pink again. Add that bit. There we go. So we've got, oh, and I forgot Joe just got his headband there, his earmuffs headband. I don't think he's got a headband on, has he? Just colour that bit in. But obviously you could use your alcohol markers, anything you want, and have that gorgeous snowman effect. And then I'll bring in my finished card, Joe. I've just popped him onto the front of a card here, so I'll turn that round, and then you can see on our Z Fold card, he looks very happy on there, doesn't he?
Absolutely beautiful. Really love that. What a great technique that is as well. I'm sure for a lot of people like myself, it'll be the first time they've seen that and be definitely giving that a go. What's so excellent about this is, yes, they are beautiful. The price point is pretty fantastic with these as well. Let me again show you. So you get 4 sets included here. Not only are you getting the focal imagery, you are getting those sentiments included within there as well. And the 4 different styles that you're getting are here. So you've got the snow couple there. You've got the little snow family within here. That super cheeky snowman, and the Snowman by the tree as well. Really great, awesome value. You're buying 3 and getting 1 for free, which is excellent. So you do grab those. They are back in stock, those as well. I know we did sell out of those. Deborah says, my mum had 2 birthdays. She was born on a farm on February the 6th, late in the evening, and my grandmother figured by the time the doctor registered her birth, it was going to be the following day of February the 7th. Years later, when my mum applied for a copy of her birth certificate, it actually said February the 6th. So for years, we gave her gifts on both days. Finally, we told her she had to pick one day and stick to it, so she was only going to get 1 gift per year. Double gifts, I hadn't thought about that. That's a great one, Deborah. Doris T letting me know that she just ordered those puzzle dies as well. We'll be going back there shortly. Now, let me move on and share something else with you. The gift card holders, these are awesome, because how many of us give gift cards at Christmas? Absolutely loads of us do. And this is fantastic. What this will hold is a credit card size gift card, which is fantastic. But now, rather than just give them in sort of like a plain, because the gift card holders you get from the supermarket, Debbie, or from, you know, the department store, wherever it is, pretty plain, aren't they? Usually just an envelope with a little slot in there. They don't have to be plain Jane anymore, because this is what you're now able to create. 4 different designs in here. I love how the mechanisms work so fluidly. You've also got all the stamps that you need to go with these as well. Don't just think about using them as gift card holders on their own. How about incorporating them? Someone's been to Wilco's here. How about incorporating them within the projects or your projects too? So actually, maybe it could be a case of you're giving someone their card and their gift together at the same time, which could be an awesome way of using them. You've got the presents in there, and then you've also got this cheeky chappy as well, which I love. Really lovely concept, this one, actually, with the gift card slider attached to the side of there. You will also get 10 sheets of the Centura Pearl Cherry cardstock with that one too. $40.99, $47.95 if you're in the US. Was very busy on those when we had them on Second Chance Sunday the other day. Continues to be busy on those now as well. Right, I am going to... Oh my giddy aunt. I don't know, I think I need these just to have them at home and stroke them. Have you seen them, Debbie?
I have. Amazing.
Right, it's our preview. These launch on Thursday. I am double gutted that I'm not here on Thursday, because I would love to have launched these. Shiny is what these are. These are just beautiful. Now, what you've got here are 3 different colours. Now, you've got the sparkling silver. So what you have is you have our 12 by 12 pearlescent cardstock, 250 GSM, so really great all-round weight for you, and in the 12 by 12, right? So you get 12 sheets of that. But then, I don't think you're ready for this next bit. Are you ready? Oh, 12 sheets of matching glitter card as well. Now, the great thing is, it's non-shedding glitter card, which is fantastic, but it is so, it's almost like it's been buffed. It's amazing. If you've got electronic cutting machines, which will go through, because it's totally encapsulated. Should we do the beard test? Hang on. Yep, absolutely passes the beard test as well, which is excellent. So it's not going to shed. You get it in the rose gold. Oh yeah, look at this, like a rose gold, like a burnt copper. It's just so beautiful. You're going to need it in your life. You got the rose gold and the glittering gold as well. Look at that. Kapow. It's amazing. It's like Egyptian gold, isn't it? Really beautiful. And of course, 12 sheets of that amazing glitter card in there. They are going to absolutely fly out when they launch on Thursday. So, mind you, when are they launching Thursday? What's today? Tuesday. Less than 48 hours till that launches. Right, we are now going to move on to something that myself and Debbie looked at on Second Chance, and you guys love these. They are amazing. They are the acrylic paint markers. Now, they are metallic, and the great thing is you've got 3 different nib sizes within here and shapes. You've got the 0.7 super fine, the 3mm fine, and the 4mm chisel nib. You get these in the liquid gold, the quicksilver, and also the molten copper. They are the 3 that you're getting in there. So you get 9 pens in total for £16.80 or £21.01 as Platinum members. So many different surfaces these can go onto. Just think about what you'd pay for these per pen if you went out onto the high street or to the mall and tried to pick these up in a stationery store. And the quality is absolutely off the chart because, you know, Spectrum Noir brings artist quality every single time. These are brilliant, Debbie. I mean, these are going to be great just to have around the house, aren't they? If it's from writing to doing doodlings, entangling, I'm just thinking the possibilities are endless.
Oh, absolutely. There is so much that you can do with them. I love the fact that you can create home decor like this. Actually doodle onto your wine bottles, onto your candle holders, your glass pots, anything you want to do. Even by hand doing your teacups and things, you could put messages on there. If you're good at handwriting, write them on. That is just a really incredible way of adding detail to something. But if you are good at handwriting or stamping, this is from one of our stamps, so you can actually stamp colour onto the stamp and stamp with them. I love this one. So using a stencil, and you may not think there's much in this, but if I look at that, the shine on there, what we've done there is use the stencil and then we've added that extra silver around the edges, so all that sort of doodling. And talking about doodling and using them in conjunction, so can you see all those little coloured spots? This is our acrylic pens, so you could use them in conjunction with them, but they are not acrylic, they are oil based, so they will dry hard, and you can just do all these different effects with them, but the metallic in them is absolutely incredible. And this is one thing I really do love, adding that extra detail, so adding that gold just around that embossed area makes it look really amazing. Now the pens themselves will go onto lots of different surfaces, so any surface you can think of that is non-porous, so like this little key ring, this is like a little resin key ring, being able to write on there looks amazing, doesn't it? So you could hand make all your little gifts and they look incredible. Your little glass foil jars, you can colour onto them as well. What I love about these, making your Christmas baubles, I mean, how beautiful is that? It's just lovely to make all your different Christmas decorations. Love that. Now the pens themselves come in 3s, like Joe said. Now I want to show you them because they are pretty incredible in the fact that you get those 3 different sizes, and I think that's really important because people do different things with them. So let's take out all the sizes, and then we're just going to grab a piece of card and bring it to the front here so you can see. So the first one here, what you do need to do is, you can hear there is like a big ball bearing in there that's going to shake them up. So you always want to shake them, and then you actually, to prime them, what you would do is push them down onto your surface, and you can see that ink will start to run. Now you'll need to do that a few times. Once you've done that, you can then, I mean, how amazing is that? If I turn that round, that is beautiful. You've got that real metallic goodness in there. And what I love about that, having a big one, you can actually colour a bigger area. You can actually colour in a bigger area if you want to, having the bigger nib on there. And then we've got, so if I bring, sorry, if I
you
bring
and these pens, Debbie, honestly.
I shouldn't do pens. I shouldn't do pens.
You
I
really
shouldn't do glue. I shouldn't do anything. So same one. Let's just give that one a shake as well. And then this one, you've got more of your bullet nib, so you've got sort of a thicker one, but it just is good for doing all your different outlines, your drawing round things, actually being able to do all your writing, your swells, doodling. I mean, I know lots of, Fiona would be the best person to do these. I think she's been doing them on Create and Craft today.
She has.
Because she is great at doodling, so she'll be on the side of her page and doing sort of little things and building up patterns. And so if you love doing anything like that, you're going to be able to doodle with these, which are amazing. But what you've also got is the thinner nib. This one is great. Again, I'm just going to do this because if you don't shake it first to wake all the ink inside and shake it, it won't flow well. So make sure that you do make it flow well. But look how small this nib is. That is beautiful. You're going to be able to write all your Christmas cards out. Stop laughing at me, Joe.
It's the fact that Al's just messaged and says, sort her out, Joe. Oh, Debbie. Oh, Debbie. Are they oil or are they acrylic, says Elizabeth?
Yeah, so good question. They are oil-based.
Right.
Yeah, so think of all your dangling, all your little doodling, just anything you want to do with them, you can do with that. And the fact that you can go on to glass with them, black cards, you can even do it with white cards. So if you just bring in the next one with white cards, I'm just going to write my name on there. It will go and it will show in metallic as well. So if I bring that round, you'll be able to see if I hold that into the light.
Yeah, because a lot of time, like more metallic items, they sometimes lose that luster, don't they, on white? So how amazing that they've still got that on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what they look like? They look like the sort of pens that, you know, if you went to like a Meta Famous and they gave you a picture and they wrote on it and signed it, that looks like the sort of pen they would use. Those really incredibly expensive ones. Will they go on to things like photo paper, do you think, Debbie?
Yeah, I think
would they dry on photo paper?
Yes, they would. Yeah, they would dry on photo paper as well because it's non-porous. So anything that's non-porous, you'd be able to put these pens onto. Yes. So think of anything that's shiny, basically. You could even write. Sorry.
Mirror.
A mirror, yes, yeah, you can write onto your mirror, absolutely. Tiles, you know, some people draw onto tiles. Yeah, absolutely anything you want to colour in with these pens, they're amazing. But just a small nib to sign your Christmas cards with. So that's all it would take. Add in highlights to all your different stamped images and what you have. They really are super pens to have and so easy to use. And the flow is really good. So yeah, you'll absolutely love those.
Snap those up. I mean, at that price as well, they've been so incredibly busy since we launched them. In fact, it's really busy on a few of the items. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out. So whilst you do that, let me share with you all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
All the details there on Club Inspire and also US shipping now. I can't believe we've still got this in. I know that we lost half the stock yesterday. 60% of the stock has now gone. It is we sold out of the main bundles yesterday. We've managed to, the team worked really hard yesterday to get you a backup bundle, which is exactly what we've done. We've managed to include all the hardware in here that we launched with. You've also got the 6x6 paper pad in there as well. 2/3 now, I'm just hearing, of this has gone. Could be your last opportunity, live opportunity to get a bundle of this size. I know that it's skeleton leaves that are going to go next, so we may bring a bundle back in the coming days with a few less items, but if you want to make sure you're getting your hands on a really lovely big collection of the Autumn Blessings, then this is definitely the show that I'd be grabbing it in. Let me take you through what you've got. So you've got this amazing thanks die here, and this is brilliant because you've got the matte and layer and then the sentiment, so you can create your own greeting or sentiment within there. These skeleton leaves, these are brilliant. I love how modern and abstract these are. They look brilliant on something like a DL card or just maybe a smaller project. Then you've got these ones here, which is your Hello Autumn, which are the leaves, and then you've got the veins there. Those veins are actually separate dies that sit within there too, so really play around with your composition on those. Then you've got your Forest Toadstools, which are these ones here. This one here is your Scattered Leaves, really awesome stencil. I know Debbie did an amazing technique a couple of times yesterday featuring that and those tricolour markers. This one here is your Pumpkin Patch. Now, really great, I'm thinking, for Halloween. I love that you've got the horse chestnut or the conker in here too. So just looking at this, you know, you've got autumn, like from almost now. Well, it's meant to be autumn now, isn't it, Debbie? And it was probably the hottest day since June today here in the UK. Like, it was so hot today, but this is it, today and tomorrow, and then that's summer over with. Romeo done, apparently. So it's going to take you from now, I'd say, all the way up to the very beginnings of Christmas, so all the way through October and November. Then you've got your autumnal tree. Again, the great thing about this is because you've got so you've got 4 different stamps in here, so you can stamp that tree and then layer up the amount of detail you want, but interchange the colours, and you've got something that could be very spring-like, could be very summer-like if you wanted it to be. The round wood slice, this is going to be perfect for those Thanksgiving occasions and cards that you want to create. A lot of you talking yesterday about using that for more masculine cards too. Some really lovely, inspiring, uplifting sentiments within here, sending blessings, thankful and blessed. What seems to us as bitter trials are often blessings in disguise. You are such a blessing in my life, just being some of those there. This one then is your heartfelt wishes. May all the good things of life be yours, not just at Thanksgiving, but throughout the coming year. Give thanks. Thanksgiving is not the time of year, but an attitude of the heart. Love those. Really, really lovely sentiments within there. Then we move on to our Harvest Festival. And you've got here, really great for building up scenes. We talked about using these in things like your pop-up boxes, maybe incorporating them into some of the crafty stash that you already have. A really lovely 3D embossing folder there as well, which is your autumnal foliage that you can see. And then finally, you've got your falling leaves here as well, which is your embossing folder. And then you've got your stencil, and you've got the ability then to really pick out those individual leaves and create those awesome colours in there. A really great collection, the biggest collection you're going to see of this now, I am confident. 7402, 9472, platinum members just under £60, just over $75. Lots of you going for this in this show. I mean, Debbie, the launch of this yesterday absolutely blew us away, didn't it? To have both main bundles of a brand new Nature's Garden sell out on the morning that we launched here is pretty much unheard of. What is it about this collection do you think people have loved so much?
Absolutely every element of this is usable through all of autumn and all through the year. Your Christmas makes, your winter makes, there's something for everyone on here. But I think autumn brings in a real warmth to people, doesn't it? And for Thanksgiving, it's just going to be incredible. And we have a lot to be thankful for in everything we've been through the last couple of years. So I think this collection has really touched the hearts of the whole nation, and it's just been amazing. And Joe's right, I've never seen a craft kit like this go so quickly, quicker than some of Sarah's signature collections actually. So yeah, it truly is a brilliant one. And when you look at samples like this, which are absolutely outstanding, you can understand why people are going for these, because the colour tones in these, the stamps in this, the background papers, everything is so pretty. Pretty and autumny, and it's just beautiful. The sentiments in this are great, the colourways in this are great. You've got some really fabulous designs going from your background. I mean, this background is an embossing folder, and then you're getting these pumpkins, so think of all Halloween as well. You can make these really spooky, which would be nice. This thanks die and stamp set we're going to be using in the demo as well. I absolutely love the wood slices. I think they just make a great addition to anybody's craft. And then you've got the little toadstools, which are going to go through lots of different other collections as well. Then you've got that tree, which is a great idea. I love the fact that you can put those leaves on in all different colours, but you can also layer them up in different colours as well. If you want a bare tree for the winter, you can have that, and you can stamp the leaves on the floor and it will look amazing. Another one of the tree there, a totally different design, very simplistic but really elegant. I mean, you'd expect to see these sort of cards in like a boutique or something like that. One more to show you of that background embossing folder, which just looks amazing. And you might be wondering how you get those leaves to be so precise in colour. It's because a stencil comes with this embossing folder, so it truly is amazing. So to start with, what we're going to be using is I'm going to be using that stencil. The stencil's a great one to go for, so it's this one here, it's our scattered leaves. So a really lovely one to use. I'm just going to lay this down, and I'm going to use a bit of craft card to start with. I've used it in every one,
I think it's like the unsung hero of the whole collection, this stencil. I really do.
It just goes for everything. And what I love about I am a bit of a stencil freak, to be honest, Joe. I love stencils. I love the different things you can do with them. They look great. And then we're going to be using the skeleton leaves. I adore these ones as well. These are a great addition to anybody's stash of anything that they've got in their florals. They'd be lovely for Christmas with your Christmas roses. And then we're going to be using the thanks, which is the word die. Love this one because it's got two dies, so you've got your matten layer and then you've got your sentiments to go along with that as well. So we're going to be using all of these pieces, but starting with this one. So I'm going to be bringing in two of our ink pads. I'm just using our water reactive ones, and I'm using our honey pot and the orange. So I'm just going to go in and apply that around the stencil. So just putting that all over. I'm not going to worry about how I'm using it, so we're just going to make sure that we've covered our entire background. So putting that orange in. And don't be afraid to use your colours on craft card because it works really, really well. So I'm just coming down.
Does it take more ink, something like a craft card, compared to a stamping card, Debbie?
No, not at all. Not at all. You could, I mean, I suppose there is that element that you might want to put more down, but I don't think to get the same effect, you get a completely different effect. So I don't think you have to worry about where, you know, putting too much down. I mean, you can see already that that colour is going through, but what it's given us is a real autumnal feel, where if it was on white card, that would be coming out bright orange. And then I'm going to go in with my yellow, and we're just going to add to where we've sort of not put any. And you can see we're just toning those colours up. So add in just where they are.
Joy and Penguins 888 both agreeing with you that the stencil is amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
I should say as well, if you do want to cherry pick some of the individuals, you are welcome to. If you're spending over £40 or dollars on the individuals, you'll get a 10% saving on them. They are all there over on the website under that Shop the Show button, so do check those out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, everything's there, which is amazing, and just mix and match them if you wanted to. So that's our first bit, so we'll take that away, and you can see we've got that gorgeous, I mean, how lovely does that look in that background? Really super. But I'm going to put that to one side, Joe, because now what I'm going to bring in, the a piece of card here, but I'm going to turn this stencil round. Now I've inked through the stencil. Now this is another way, you know what I'm like with liking to use up all of our ink. I'm going to turn it round and place it here. And then what we're going to do, we're going to run it through our Gemini. So I am going to, first of all, let's put the lids on. So I've just got them out the way. I'm going to find my rubber embossing mat. So I'm going to place that onto the top. I'm then going to place this on top there. Then I'm going to put in my plastic shim, and I'm going to also add in just for a bit, oh actually I won't need that, I won't need my card, and then my top plate. So we're doing it as if we're embossing a die, but this time we're just going to run this through the Gemini. So just offering it into the mouth of Gemini. Now this is going to do two things. The first thing, it's going to transfer all that beautiful ink onto my cardstock. The next thing it's going to do, it's actually going to emboss that as well. So if I bring that out, look at this subtle effect that we've got on the back there. So you're using all that ink, but you've got a totally different looking subtle background. You could put extras on there if you wanted to, or you could even spritz that. If you had spritzed that with just a tiny bit of water, you would have got a more watercolour look on the top. A really nice way of being able to do your two different types of backgrounds, but they look amazing. So let's pop them to one side, and then we're going to bring in our other pieces. So I don't need my embossing mat, but I do need my cutting plates, because we are going to bring in now this one, which is our thanks die. So taking this one off, oh, there we go, and then I'm throwing it away, Joe. Oh, this looks like, Joe, that metallic. I've not seen this before, but it looks a bit like that book that you had, so someone's got their hands on that, haven't they?
Someone's been cheeky, haven't they?
They certainly have. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut this background one out of that. I'm going to trim it down because I think we can fit more on, and I want to cut some of those leaves as well. So let's just trim this one down. So popping them up there, and then I've got some different coloured cardstock. So let's bring in, I'm going to bring in some red and orange. Let's just bring in the orange for now, the yellow for now. And let's just cut these. In fact, let's cut some out of the yellow and some out of the red. So popping them on there, and then running those through. So these are all thin metal dies, so you can just run them through on your normal platform that you would cut any of your metal dies, and run those through. I'm just being ultra careful because I haven't taped any of them down.
Victoria's asking if it would be possible to do this transfer in the MIDI, which is a good question.
If it's possible to
do the transfer in the MIDI like you did with the embossing, with the stencil.
Well, the thing is with that, you would need, what I would suggest, it probably wouldn't work as well because you would need an embossing folder to do that. It's probably one of the things that we can't do in the MIDI is to emboss a stencil. But what I would suggest is putting an extra card shim in, and then that would put extra pressure in for it to go down. So it's definitely worth a try, I would say.
Okay, give it a go, Victoria. Hope that helps.
Right, so there's some of my dies there. Let's give this a little knock and take that out. I mean, how amazing is that die? It's just beautiful. Let's pop that onto some black cards so you can see it. And then we've also got the background here. Now, I've used lighter colours, but I want to make that pop. So I've cut that out again in black and matte and layered them up. So if I bring that one in, you can you see the difference? It's just giving it that sort of, a bit of a pop, more of a 3D-ness about it. So we've just matte and layered the black on there. So we've got that. Pop them to the side. And then we've got, I'm just going to find my pokey tool and take out our dies here. There we go.
Lots of you loving this. Cavi says the autumnal, I'll try that again. The autumnal colours have to be my absolute favourites. I think a lot of people do. I think what it is about the summer to autumn is it's quite stark, isn't it? The change in the seasons. You know, like sometimes spring to summer, you don't really notice it that much. But as we go through September, you know, we've gone from having super hot days like we have today through to it being really crisp and the leaves changing. I think it's one that we really notice. You start to do things, you know, like cook stews and stay around the fire and huddle up. Think about Christmas.
See, I'm not a winter person. I don't like the cold at all, but I absolutely get that. I think when you first go into autumn, there's something really cosy about it, isn't there? But I didn't like I've noticed it the last couple of nights when we've gone out, Joe, after 9 o'clock. And it's been dark.
So dark.
Yeah, and yet it seemed to have been light for such a long time when we'd sort of gone out. And I don't like that. I don't like the darkness that it brings.
Are you a bit scared of the dark?
No, not at all.
I'm a bit scared of the dark.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
No, I'm a horror
like
film person. If
I do that
be
thing
scared
where,
of the dark.
not so much now. I live in a. I chose to live in an apartment because I don't really like the dark. So I don't have the idea of like the outside being just out the front door like when I live in a house. I mean, my masculinity has been
Joe.
said to be toxic many a times, Debbie. I'm sure you'll agree. I'm that thing. You know when you get to your car late at night, or you get to your front door late at night, and you're putting the keys in, when I get to the front door, I always do it really quickly because it's dark, I'm scared, and I have to get in and close the door really fast.
Do you really?
Yeah. And Ionica does that as well. I'm scared of the dark, I don't like it. Don't like the dark at all.
Have you always been scared of the dark? Like as a child,
as a
did you have to have the lights on?
Petrified. Not so much scared of it being dark when I'm indoors, just don't like the dark outdoors.
Oh,
Especially if
okay.
you're walking somewhere and it's dark. Oof, no, not, no, don't like it.
Well, we've all got our ways, haven't we, and what we've got a fear of. Oh, I've done that one already. There's that one. So I'm just popping out these leaves. So I've done some in the yellow, some in the red, and I've already cut some out in the orange. So that gives us our skeleton leaves. Just going to pop those to the side while we put our card together. And then the last thing I want to do is these stamps here. I've just created myself a little border so we can stamp on. So I'm just going to do thanks for everything you do.
I really love how abstract those skeleton leaves are. Too. Just a few of those arranged on the front of a small card, Debbie, and I think would look absolutely beautiful, or you know, along a DL card or something like that. If you were making something that's very understated, these would be perfect. They are going to be the next element of this collection that does sell out, though, so they won't be available when this collection does sell out. It will be those skeleton leaves that sells them out, so they won't be available individually once this collection has gone either. So if you do want them, you will need to be quick for them.
Yeah, they're very popular, aren't they? I've not seen ones like this about. I mean, there might be some, but I've definitely not seen them. So we're just doing our stamp set across there, and then we're going to put our card together. So I've got some extra leaves here. Let's pop them onto the side. So I'm going to do a little easel card. What I did with this one is I just trimmed them down, what we made with the different backgrounds, and I've just matted them onto some black card. So we're going to use our first one on the cream. So I would recommend getting yourself some cream cardstock as well, because it will go really well with this collection. Just finding my tape pen, there we go. And then we'll put our card together. I think there is, you're right though, Joe, I think there is something very comforting and warming. I think clothes, it's nice to get wrapped up, isn't it? And just bring all your cosy jumpers out and
Get all my crocheted scarves out.
Yes, have you crocheted your own scarves?
Yeah, I've got some that I've crocheted. Got a
Have
couple.
you? That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I'm a bit lazy though, so what they always end up being is infinity scarves, because they don't take as long. They don't need to be, well, they don't need to be as long as like a regular scarf. You're talking, you know, it needs to be big. Whereas like an infinity scarf, you can get away with it being about sort of yay big. They're only about half as big as a regular scarf. So I sort of get halfway through and I think, well, I'll just stitch the ends together now. That's done. Double it up. On it goes. Like a, not like a snood. Is that what it's called?
A snood,
just
yeah.
one piece of one round piece of crochet.
Crochet. Like
It's not the
touche.
dark I'm afraid of, it's the unknown, says Annie. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, no, I quite agree with that. That's more scary than the dark.
Is it? The unknown is more scary than the
Yeah,
dark.
of course it is.
Oh no. If you don't know where you're going, but you put that with the... See, I don't get scared of the unknown in the daytime. Don't mind what... I love an adventure in the daytime. In the night time, no thank you.
Right, so I'm just making sure it's turn my card straight so I can see that I'm putting that straight. And then all we're going to do is we're going to start, this is going to become our easel, and then on the front here we're going to be doing our thanks. So I want to put some foam pads onto there. I keep picking up the tiny little ones and losing my bigger ones. Where have I put them? There they are. So let's just pop some foam pads onto there. I hear we've got the lovely Michelle back in tomorrow, Joe.
Yes, so a bit of a strange day tomorrow here for me anyway, here on Crafts TV. So I'll be here in the morning pre-recording Creative Cravings, which we'll be playing out later in the day. We're pre-recording Creative Cravings because there is a HSM preview tomorrow evening, which will be at 2 p.m. East Coast time, 11 a.m. West Coast time. That will be over on Crafters Companion USA on Facebook or Crafters Companion over on YouTube. And then Becky and Jan will be here for Wake Up Call with you at midday as normal, and they also have, I believe it's a launch day tomorrow they have, as well at 3 p.m. in the usual slots. So I will actually be omnipresent, Debbie. I will be on Crafters TV and also over on Crafters Companion USA at the same time. I know.
That's
Joe squared.
exciting. Yeah, very exciting. And let's put one on there. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff coming up on HSN, isn't there?
Absolutely, yeah. The preview tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon for UK viewers, 2 p.m. till 4 p.m. East Coast time. Myself and Sarah be here with that. Oh, I don't know how much I can say.
Oh, you can give a little bit away. Yeah,
Can I say that it's going to be a, Can I say that it's going to be a...
Yes.
Can I say that?
Yes.
Is that common knowledge?
Yeah.
There's a TS. I know, I've probably said too much.
No.
You're going to love it.
Not at all.
I love that they've gone so quiet in the gallery, just left it, no reassurance or, yeah, you'll be fine, don't worry, Joe, you're not going to get the sack, it's going to be fine. Just nothing. Just totally left us hanging.
You'll be fine, Joe.
I'll
yes.
just go now, it's fine.
Shall I say it as well, and then we'll both be all right
go on,
then?
you say it.
Yes, so it is the TS.
Debbie,
Something.
you can't say that.
Oh, did I say something I shouldn't?
Debbie said it, I say it.
We're not telling you what it is, though. You're going to have
No.
to wait to find out, because that is amazing. You're going to love it.
Yeah, you are.
Right, here we go then. We've finished our card. We've put those skeleton leaves on. We've done those gorgeous backgrounds and then just added those skeleton leaves to it. So
Yeah.
thanks for everything you do. And I love that one, Joe.
Really gorgeous. Love the colour tones. So autumnal. And a collection that's going to be perfect, taking you from now right the way through until sort of December and the Christmas period. I'm going to whiz back through everything you're getting. Get everything you see there, which is brilliant. So you're going to get the thanks die with the stamps that you've just seen. Then you've got those skeleton leaves here. You have got Hello Autumn, which are the beautiful leaves with the veins on there. This one here is your forest toadstools that you can see just there. Then you've got your scattered leaves, which is that beautiful stencil that you saw Debbie creating with there. Your pumpkin patch is coming included, your wonderful stamps. Then you've got your autumnal tree, which is that wonderful layering stamp. Change around and play around with the colours on that one. You'll really get a different feel on that. You've got your round wood slice there too. Going to be great for Thanksgiving themed. Also great for more masculine themes of cards. Some really gorgeous uplifting sentiments in here. 2 collections for you. Thankful and blessed and heartfelt wishes in there. Then this one here is your Harvest Festival. Really like this. I think the imagery that's been used in there is really cool. And because of the size of that, it's going to be fantastic at using on a whole host of different types of projects, even things like pop-out boxes. Pop-out or pop-up boxes? I always get confused, Debbie. What are they called? Pop-out or pop-up boxes. The ones where you have like the little stalks with the characters on the end. You know, they squeeze them flat and they pop. Are they pop-up or pop-out?
I don't actually know what you mean.
Okay, we'll park that, I'll come back to it. You've got that amazing 3D folder over there as well, and then you've got the falling leaves, which is your embossing folder, and also you've got your stencil in there then as well. Not just that, that's all the hardware that we launched, plus we are also going to give you the 6x6 paper pad in here too, which is just beautiful. Really lovely, great design, some patterns, some florals. I love the fact that we've included some larger imagery in here for you as well, like that pumpkin there that you can see. 36 pages in there of that 6x6. A brilliant price for you, under £60, just over $75 for Club Inspire Platinum members. I do need to let you know though that 70% of that has gone. 2 bundles sold out yesterday, 3 bundles actually. We had the 2 main bundles and a paper bundle that went, and that is kind of the last of it now. Right, we are going to share something with you. It's been a long time coming actually. This is something that our Craig, I know, suggested and had a large part in, and it is our Gemini Elements matte and layer dies. Now, what these are essentially are a nesting die, but what they've done is made the increments between the sizes smaller. So what that means is if you struggle with your mats and layers, say if you've got maybe a guillotine, it doesn't work out for you, you can never get them them matched up right with your paper trimmer, the great thing is now that what you've got are these dies in here. They go from 7x5 down to 2.5 by ½ inch, so lots in there for you. You've actually got 10 dies there within your 5x7, so perfectly done for your 5x7 cards. And then you've also got your 6x6 size as well. So if you struggle with mats and layers, they are the thing that you just can't get right. These are amazing, and they are, yes, they are Craig's brainchild, these. I know Craig loves his mats and layers, and these were one of his suggestions when we did our product development day, and they have been made. He's really, really happy with them. He's actually launching them on Create and Craft. They're going to launch here on Crafters TV on Friday, so make sure you grab them. I think they are going to be a real time saver, those. They will be coming up, as I said, on Friday. Right, up next we are going to the jigsaws. Right, this one's just here. So busy on these. These are the launch of them. Launching tonight for you in launch party. Previously we did jigsaw dies and they were more decorative, so we did smaller ones, we did some shape ones. These are brilliant because these were a real sort of jigsaw or puzzle size. Different options for you depending on the machine that you use. So, do you want to go for this one? If you've got a Gemini Junior or Gemini Midi, this is the one that you're going to go for. It's the 5x7. You get the die itself, it creates a 30-piece jigsaw, and we give you 20 sheets of the mount board included in there as well. Now, if you want to make larger ones and you own a regular Gemini, the original Gemini machine, then you'll want to go for this one just here. This is your 10x8 abstract jigsaw die with the mount board as well. That one designed there, that one designed there for your original Gemini, which is awesome. Do you own a Gemini Pro? Do you want to go big? Then this is the one that you need just here. This one being your 8.5 by 11 inch die, makes a 50-piece jigsaw there as well, which is fantastic, and again comes with the mount board. So it really is up to you. All you got to decide is which size you want to go for, the Junior, the original, or the Gemini Pro, and then you are good to go. Carol Guy saying, thank you, Craig. We definitely needed those dies. So I think Carol will be coming back to snap those up as well. Love these dies, Debbie, for so many different reasons. I think for me, it's pictures or pictures of loved ones, or we all do it, don't we? Take loads of gorgeous photos on our phones and then end up deleting them when our phone gets full, do nothing with them. What a great way to turn them into amazing gifts for people. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's so much you can do with them. And I think for anyone that just has a regular A4 printer, and they want to print out all their photos or their imageries or anything that they want to put into a puzzle, these two dies would be absolutely amazing for you. So the 5x7 and the 10x8. Now the 10x8 one has been done to fit an A4 piece of card. So this is our A4 piece of card. So anything you can print onto an A4, you can use this one. Now with the bigger one, I'm going to explain this because this one will only fit for your Pro, and you're probably thinking, well actually it's 8.5 inches across, so it would fit onto the plates of your Gemini. So if I'm going to grab one for you, let me grab my plates of my Gemini, and you'll be able to see, I'll put the see-through one on. Now can you see, but it literally more or less touches the sides. Right. Now this is not good for your machine because our plates have been made bigger than an A4 size. So I bring in my A4 sheet of paper, this is it's a smaller size. It means we know that it can take the pressure across that part of the board. So your Gemini essentially is designed to cut the A4 size section of your plate, not the entirety of the plate itself. No, exactly. Right. So hopefully that makes sense, because I don't want people thinking because this will fit the size, it could damage your die at the end of the day, or your machine. So it's probably best not to. We have tested them and we know that this one has been specifically made for your Gemini Pro. And the reason being, your Gemini Pro has the biggest plates. And also, it's good that if you've got a Gemini Pro, that you've got specific things that you can put through them. And am I right in thinking then look, the one on your screen there, the 11 by 8.5, is that a US letter size, that one, Debbie?
It's
the largest one, is that US letter size?
Exactly, that's exactly what the sizes is, yes. So yeah, in the US they have a different size to their letter size. Our letter size is an A4 sheet, so you can see if I put that one on that die, it's longer than the die, but your die is wider, so because narrow, your paper is wider, so it is a standard size for that. Now, because of that, I'm only assuming actually that in the US you would have printers to do that size.
You do?
So yes.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments anyway. But if you do have a printer in the US that does the size of an 8.5 by 11, you can then print all your papers out and use this die for that size. However, if you are in the UK and have a Gemini Pro, you might just want to, just to show you how it works on the Pro, I've just got myself a piece of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and you can do this. But what you can do, you could stamp your pictures into this. If I had a Christmas one at hand, I would have stamped some of the snowmen, but I didn't have a Christmas card to size. But you could do your stamping of anything in wherever your papers are, and then you can put them through, and they work exactly the same way. So the mount board has been made bigger, so you can see a lot wider, and then all we want to do is to fill that with our actual cardstock. So what I am going to do, I am going to use, just for quickness, our Kalau all-purpose, and I'm going to put this across all of my my mount board. So the good thing is with all-purpose as well is it dries like concrete, so it's going to be amazing. But what you want to do is just make sure, what I would suggest, I'm not sure if the new bottles do it, but this one has like a little spatula on the top. So some of our old bottles do, but it means that you can use that to spread your glue. So it would just spread it all over, because you want to make sure that all those parts are completely on. But I don't want to overdo that because I don't want it too wet. And all I'm going to do is pop my card to the page, and we're just going to glue that in place, because I don't want to waste all my tape pen putting that on. So I would definitely recommend you using your wet glues to put that down onto. So I'm just making sure all of that adhesive is all along, and I'm rubbing it because it will just smudge it into all the gaps. But I also would recommend, and I'm not going to for time because I know we're running out of time, but I would also recommend leaving this for at least 10 minutes, if not about half an hour, to let that glue dry completely. So once that's dry, and the only reason being because it actually won't affect the puzzle itself, but what it might do is seep into the gaps of the puzzle, and then that will in turn glue it together. So if you want your puzzle to stay together, this might be the way to do it, and just use your glue. But what I would recommend is just leaving that a little bit longer to be able to cut it through. Now let's bring in this die. The great thing about this one is it's a 50-piece puzzle, and it will fit, you can see on that mount board, absolutely perfectly, and it will go through our Gemini plate. So what you can see with the Gemini Pro is they're big plates. Now we do an A3 size as well, but the 12 by 12 it will fit onto. And again, you're getting all your different pieces to cut them. So you want your base cutting plate, and then you want your magnetic plate, and then you want your plastic shim and your top cutting plate. So the only thing you don't want to put in is your magnetic sheet. So I'm just going to place this onto here, right in the centre, and we're just going to cut that through. So I'm going to place those boards on. Well, I haven't used the Pro in a long time, Joe, and I love it.
It's massive, isn't it?
It's massive, but it's my dream machine.
Is it?
I just love it. It's just the best thing ever. I think they are back in stock.
They are
so anybody...
Georgina's just this second check.
Oh,
yes,
okay, brilliant.
If you want one, they are there in the UK and the US. They are available to both markets. So you've been thinking about one for a while, and you're thinking, I really want to make those really large puzzle or jigsaw sizes. Maybe today is the day that you treat yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I can feel that. So like here, I can feel where the glues come out of the sides. So onto there. So I'm just going to rub that off my platform while they're on. It's only a little tiny bit, but it is where the glue hasn't dried, and you'll find that that will that will just stick your puzzle together. So this is what I'm saying, make sure that your glue has dried. But if I turn that over, every part of that has cut beautifully. So when you then take out all your pieces, you'll then find you've got your amazing puzzle. I mean, this would be a great puzzle to do if you really wanted to test somebody, because this is quite a hard puzzle to do, isn't it?
I'm not very good at puzzles generally. This would not be the puzzle for me.
Yeah, and I'm actually not bad at puzzles, but it takes me a long time to do them. But these work in, I mean, how good are these puzzle pieces? When, I mean, it literally is a proper puzzle. I know that sounds like a really weird thing to say, but who in their right mind ever thought that they could have made their own bespoke puzzle? And that's what's fabulous about these. So all you do is when you take all your puzzles apart, you start off with those outside edges and you work them all in. But like I say, you can get patterned ones which have got different patterns on the inside. But in the US, let us know if you can print out your own photos, and you can do that in this size. But just to have all these puzzle pieces and be able to make bespoke creations like that, and if I bring in this one's been made just from that die, having a puzzle box like this, decorating it. So this piece here was a piece of card out of Sarah's 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and all that's happened is we have stamped and heat embossed Merry Christmas onto the actual puzzle, so it makes it really cool and makes it different to do. So there's lots of different ones you can do, and again, all those pieces to be able to put that puzzle together makes it really just a great gift to give somebody. I mean, you would think that was shop bought. You would not think that someone has made that, would you, Joe?
That's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, so they're amazing puzzles, and if you've got the Pro, you can go for the biggest one.
Think about all your different pictures that you can use through there. Maybe even if I'm even thinking things like, you know, if you've got the grandchildren, or, you know, children have made you pieces of art that they've done at school, or any kind of projects, things that you've been gifted to, you could obviously scan them and turn them into puzzles, or you could turn the actual one into a puzzle itself. How about sending people invitations that are puzzles? They have to actually put them together to work out where and when the occasion is. I think that's another great way of using them. There are so many different occasions you're going to be able to use these for. I know loads of you want to get your hands on them. The only decision you need to be making is what size you are going for. Are you going for the 5x7 size, designed for the Gemini Junior and the Gemini Midi? That is your first option. Details are on your screen, $29.99 or $39.95. You get the die along with the 20 sheets of mount board as well. Or are you going for the original Gemini size, which is your 10x8 size, which is this one here? Makes a 44-piece puzzle for you, that one. The die itself coming along with the mount board, $49.99 or $59.95. Or are you going to go big and go for the 11x8.5? The US letter size makes a 50-piece puzzle. This one designed for your Gemini Pro, $59.99 or $69.95. So whether you're going for the Junior, the original Gemini, or you've got the Pro, we really have got you covered when it comes to the different sizes that you should wish to go for. Now, this next collection, I'm going to preview it for you. Oh my word, is it stinking gorgeous. It is launching this, I believe, Friday, is it, Georgina? Oh, Monday. Oh, I'm launching this. Yeah, I'm so happy about that. Right, I'm going to show you, I'll run through this pretty quickly. It's the Reindeer collection that we are talking about. You guys are going to love this. Perfect for Christmas. I love that it's got this real sort of, it's got a very grown-up colour palette to it, this one, hasn't it, Debbie? With all sort of the damson and the deep purples in here. So you've got sentiments in here, you've got some gorgeous dies in here with your deers, your stags, you've got this joyful deer, beautiful opulent deer embossing folder. We've got a wonderful woodland embossing folder in there too. The ribbon in here, this velvet ribbon, is absolutely off the chart gorgeous. Then you've got that elegant reindeer. We then also have some sentiments. Look at how cute and adorable these sentiments are. You've got Merry Christmas and also Season's Greetings in there. I don't remember seeing us doing a coordinating range of embossing powders. Do you? I haven't seen them. Maybe once in a Sarah signature we did, I think it was the glittering snowflakes last year. I think we did one pot of embossing powder in there. This is colour coordinated, 4 pots of embossing powder. I know, shut the front door, you're going to want to get those. Then let's look at, I mean, I'm saving the best till last for you as well. Let's have a look at the imagery in here. Oh, Ooh. We were talking, weren't we, Debbie, the other day, saying that this year in Christmas crafting, we're seeing a lot more deeper, darker colours coming through. And I think this is bang on trend with that. It's a little bit, it is a little bit Aurora Borealis, isn't it? It's got that sort of almost a magical sort of theme to it. Enchanted,
yes.
That's the word, absolutely. Then some more traditional stuff in here as well, and some more traditional colourways. Definitely some more distressed stuff, some vintage, shabby chic style designs in here as well. You are going to absolutely love it. But you've seen nothing yet. Santa's coming, Santa's coming. That's what it's like with this. Oh my giddy aunt. Shut the front door, shut the back door, put the bins out, snog the milkman. Look at this. You have got colour coordinated mirror card. Oh my word. I mean, how long is that going to last? That is going to be snapped up in seconds, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
It is an incredible collection. You need to get your hands on it. It is launching with your... Who am I launching with this with on Monday, Georgina? Do you know? It's going to be Sarah. Who is it? Is it going to be Sarah? Is she pulling rank? I don't think she's here. Debbie. Debbie Robinson. Myself and Debbie cannot wait for that on Monday. Have you got some samples of this?
I have got a few samples. Not many, because I don't want to give too much away. So I've grabbed a handful because they really are beautiful. I don't think you can beat a reindeer collection. I don't know how we've not done these before, but look at these cards that you can do with them. Having those beautiful reindeers, those papers in the background, that velvet ribbon is just scrumptious, which is amazing. But I think just to have those reindeers, be able to do it, it's mystical, it's enchanted, it's got so much, but this one, Joe, for me is what does it. Look at that. That is the embossing folder. I mean, it's
wowzers, trousers.
I know, it's incredibly beautiful. It's so amazing. It's such a pretty embossing folder. You're going to be using it to emboss all your different makes, and then being able to make these cute little reindeers. I love that. So you're getting the faces of the reindeers. That's a little easel card there. Really gorgeous. Showing it here in a different way. I mean, how fabulous is that? It's so much fun. Lots you can do with that. Lots that you're going to be able to do with it. And just having those reindeers, being able to cut them out, having those background papers. Honestly, this collection, it could go, I predict it might go just as well as what Nature's Garden.
I predict a riot.
Autumna would. I predict a riot too, Joe. So yeah, so shop ahead when you can. Well, shop ahead. You can't shop till Monday, can you?
Well, Friday, I reckon.
Oh, have a look Friday.
Have a look Friday.
We didn't tell you that though.
No. Debbie told you. If anyone asks, it was Debbie. If anyone asks, my name's Ben, and I said check on Friday, right?
And I'm Debbie Robinson.
Ben Mosby, Debbie Robinson. They said check on Friday. We'll get in trouble. Let me share with you these. I call these the creator danglers because that is what they are. They are creator card, but you get this loose dangling element, which I love. Now, let me show you exactly what I mean by that. So they cut in all the gorgeous details, but then you've got your dangler there in the middle, which I think is fantastic. You don't have to have a dangler if you don't want to. You can stick it down and use it as a topper. You've got that one. You can have your dangling glasses as well in there, which is this one is called Raise Your Glass. Then you've got your dangling lovebirds as well, which are these ones just here, which is just beautiful, isn't it? The lovely Bianca has made that one for us there. Oh, dangling schmetterlings, yes please. That's what you've got here with this one. You can connect them, of course, if you want to. Oh no. Oh, there we go, he's dangling again, it's fine, don't worry. You can, there we go. Oh no. There you go, back in dangly action. Then, now, what did we call these the other day? We won't be calling them what we called them the other day. This one is called...
Oh, go on, say it, James.
I called it swinging couple the other night. That is not what it's called.
Forever yours?
Mean, they're a couple and they're on a swing, so you could forgive me for calling them a swinging couple, couldn't you? But it is called... I'm going to get this right. Georgina, do feel free to step in and help me at any point.
So not forever yours?
Forever yours.
Yeah.
Yes, there we
It's got it written on there.
There we are. It is forever. No, it's not forever yours, is it? No, it is forever yours. There we are. Is that one just there? And then I'm missing one, aren't I? Because I've got the butterfly again. So, are you going to get? I'll run through the packaging for it. It's going so well, this, isn't it? What am I like?
It's getting late, Joe.
Forever yours, not swinging couple. Forever yours is what they're called. Now, I dread to think what's going on with the comments. So you've got forever yours, shine bright, raise your glasses, love birds, save the date. That was the one with the big dangling clock. And you've also then got butterfly wishes in there as well. Right. Demo time, Debbie. What? For what?
It's very naughty, isn't he?
I am not naughty. I am not naughty.
At least when I say things, mine's innocent, Joe.
How dare you? Slanderous, that is, Debbie, slanderous.
Right, I'm going to be using the Raise Your Glasses. I love this one. I think it's really pretty. And remember, all the sentiments. So what you are getting, you're getting a really big creator card die. So if I pull this one off, you can see just how big it is. You're also getting that embellishment die that hangs in the centre, which is your balanced element. And then you're getting your other two words. Now remember, each of these words, you're getting 2 in each pack, which means you can mix and match them. So if you want this one to say happy birthday, you've got a happy birthday die in one of the other packs. So I love that about going for the whole collection. So the first thing we're going to do, I've took myself a card blank. Now this is an A4 piece of card, and I've just folded it in half to create our 5x7, not 5x7, an 8. This one is an 8 1/4 by just under 6 inches. And then I'm going to place this onto here from the top. So I'm going to do it from the top where this cutting edge is. So anyone that's not seen our creator cards before, what they do is exactly that. They create the entire front of your card. So this cutting edge here will cut the top out, and then it will cut all over this intricate detail, but it will stay in your card. There's not a cutting point on here. It will just cut out the detail and cut into the card. So I'm going to place it just at the end there, and then we're just going to use some low-tack tape to hold that in place. So let me just grab myself a couple of bits. And what I would suggest with these, just in case your low-tack tape becomes a little bit stickier than you want it to be, put it to the middle where you know these bits are going to be cut out. So I'm going to bring, I haven't changed over my machine, it's too heavy for me to move, but what I am going to do with the Gemini Pro, I can use my Gemini plates. So I'm just going to take my Gemini plates and run them through. So I love this about our machines. Each one that gets bigger, your plates for the next platform down will fit through. They just go in the opposite way round. It looks huge compared to me, this machine, isn't it? It's just amazing. Right, so as that comes through, that's going to cut all that detail. Now, what we do have with this, I'm going to turn this over because my plates were bent from that one. I'm going to turn this over. Oh, I want to take my tape away to start with. Let's take that tape completely away. I can actually stick that in.
Diana says, tuned in late, but so worth it. Love Debbie and Joe. That's what she's put.
Oh, thank you. We love you all too.
We do.
Right, let's take them away. It's a good job we know that your minds are just like ours, because yeah, it could be a bit risky, really, couldn't it, Joe?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Debbie.
You know what, Joe? I love that you back me up with things.
Always got your back, Debbie. Always got your back.
Right, let me grab my embossing mat, because these dies do emboss as well. So remember to emboss them, and you can stencil through them, which is great. So I've placed it upside down because I want my mat to push all that element through those dies. I'm going to take out my magnetic shim, and then I'm going to add in my cutting plate and my plastic shim, and then just offer that into the mouth of the machine, let that go through, and that's going to emboss extra detail that's in these dies. You don't have to do it, but it's definitely worth doing it. So let's take those out, take this die out, and then we will I'll show you exactly what I mean by stenciling through. So I'm still leaving it in the die, and I'm going to turn it round. Now this time I'm going to be bringing in, I've got a lagoon, a pink tulip, and my lemon tonic, and I'm just using my blendable dies. We were talking about it earlier about what dies do what, and I love the fact that we have these dies that do different things. These are a great one to stencil through.
Kind of like a die and a stencil together at the same time, really. Very clever design, isn't it?
Oh, very clever, yeah, very clever. And I love that fact that we can do both of those things. So I'm going to just go through the die, put in that ink inside.
What do we think's in there? Champagne, Debbie?
Oh, yeah, that'd be
Chateau
nice.
Neuf de Pape?
Yeah, that's a posh one.
Maybe a little bottle of Chablis.
Chablis. Yeah, I don't mind. I like a fizzy, a sweet fizzy.
Like
yes.
a Lambrini?
Well, no, not really like that, no, Joe. Maybe Prosecco.
Prosecco. Okay.
I do know what Prosecco is.
Nice. I like a Prosecco or a Cava. Occasionally
Yeah,
a glass
Cava.
of champagne.
My
Debbie.
favourite is Asti. I like an Asti
Asti.
Spumante.
Oh, retro. Loving that.
I know, yeah, I do love an Asti.
Very sweet.
Yes, I like sweet. That's what I like, yeah, sweet. It's why I don't not like normal wines, because they're not sweet enough for me.
Right.
I like a bit of sparkle. So then I'm just going to add some pink to the balloons, and then just in any other pieces around here, just to
Can you
highlight.
interchange the dangly bits, do you think? Because I'm thinking, could you put that dangly clock in here and it'd be like a New Year's card?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea. Love that. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. You can definitely mix and match them. Same as the sentiments. The sentiments, the balance part is all interchangeable, yes.
Excellent.
So when we take that away, look at the detail in there. Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? So there we go. And then what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm just going to take this and take it again. I'm just going to flick out my my workings just so I can cut this, and we'll send this through again. Now this time I'm just cutting it out of a plain piece of mirror card, so the matte mirror card. Pop that on there. I'm just going to change in my platform, or take out, should I say, my plastic or magnetic, no, not magnetic, rubber shim, and then just run this one through. Now by doing this on a separate piece of card, what we're going to do with this one is we're going to use this one as a shadow effect from behind. Because we're doing that celebratory card, it's really nice to add that shadow. And I just want you to see what a difference that makes. Now you can emboss it, but actually there's not really any point in embossing. Because you won't see that detail. All I want to get is that extra detail behind. So let me just take that out there and then pop that to the side. So when you're putting this card together, and actually let's do it, let's just pop this to the back. You will have, let me get a piece of card here, and then take our dotty tape pen. So when you put this, it's just poke out some of these bits. Oh, that's it, it's not many.
Can I just really quickly recap what 6 dies you get in here, Debbie?
Oh,
'Cause
absolutely,
I understand
go
that
ahead.
one of the samples I showed is slightly different to one of the dies that you're actually getting included. So it's this one here that we're looking at, the Shine Bright. So it's the Shine Bright is the one with the moon and the stars. I know I showed you one with a moon and a little fairy, which was slightly different. This is the one that you will be getting, this one just here, along with Butterfly Wishes, Forever Yours, Save the Date, which is the one with the clock. Then you've got Lovebirds, and also Raise Your Glasses, just to avoid any confusion there, Debbie.
Oh, sorry, Joe. I didn't realise you'd finished. But look at the difference that makes, adding that extra gold around the edges and really shadowing it. It looks beautiful. And then what we're going to do is exactly the same with that middle embellishment. I'm just going to have that behind, so you've got the two. But I'm not going to stick that one together, Joe, because all we need to do is get a piece of twine. If you went for Sarah's Night Before Christmas, she had this gold twine in there, so that's what I'm using. And this is a lovely way, it's nice and thin, but it adds that bit of shine, and this bit will will then balance on the inside. Now on every single one of these, there is a point of where you can balance them. So all I'm going to do is thread one. Let's take that into there. I'm going to thread that through those bubbles, which look like a little bubble at the top there. And then all you need to do is just make sure where they're hanging, you're leaving enough room. You don't want it to hang where, oh, it's the threads come out there. I'm not going to worry too much. There we go. You want to make sure when you tie it, you're not tying it too long and it dangles down. Now I'm doing it. I'm doing a dangly, saying the dangly word.
You don't want it to dangle too low.
No, you don't want it to dangle
Perfect.
too low. Right, so just tiny little bow. Just gonna leave.
You looked at me wanting to giggle. If you didn't want to giggle,
I
you wouldn't have looked up at me. If you didn't want to giggle.
No, you went really quiet. So I'm going to bring in my finished one, Joe, and we've just put a bow on it, put our well done in there, put a piece of card behind, and there we go. We've got our beautiful card. How lovely is that?
Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous. You could actually make those into earrings, those little dangly bits.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
have, a couple
That
of,
would be a nice
imagine those for a New Year
celebration.
party. A couple of dangly glasses.
Yes.
Gorgeous. Right then, we better get the card of the show vote underway, Debbie. Because we've got to do card of the show and card of the day, and we've only got 12 minutes left in this launch party show. So let me recap just one more time exactly what's in that collection. You are also getting the dye brush included in here as well with the sponge too. So don't forget about that. You will get Shine Bright, which is the one with the moon and the stars. You've got the butterfly wishes with that gorgeous massive butterfly and all the floral elements there too. You've got the Forever Yours, which is the couple on the swing. Save the Date, which is the one here with that clock. You've got the lovebirds there, and you've also got Raise Your Glasses as well. $97.99 or $118.95. Platinum price $78.39 or $95.16, which for 6 creator cards is awesome. Right, card of the day, of the day, of the day.
Number one. Was you on me for a while then?
Little while, yeah. We're just watching you have a bit of a potter about.
I'm so sorry. Are you being mean again, Joe?
I'm never meant. I am only ever sweetness and light, Debbie.
Of course. Okay, number one. So this is the one we did, making that puzzle card with those penguins, which looks gorgeous. Number two was our snowman. So that beautiful Aurora Borealis. Our Northern Lights, why do I even try? And then our third one was the little autumn blessing one. And then our fourth one was the lovely champagne glasses. And there we go.
Right, get voting. 1, 2, 3 or 4. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. I'm so glad you two are back. I've missed you guys. Best TV couple ever, says Shara Schaefer. If you've just found us, I apologise. It's not normally like this if you've just found us in the last sort of 15 minutes. But maybe you are new to us. Hello, welcome. We get so many new viewers joining us all the time. You might be thinking, who are these guys? What's going on here? Well, let's show you some of the fun that we get up to here on Crafters TV.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, Create every day.
What do I do after that? Well, I put my hair back up, of course. Anyway, let's just have a little catch up with John there. Right, demo of the show. Number 4, Debbie. Number 4, 2 is popular. We do love to give you just a little flash of John. He was such a vision in lemon linen today that we thought we'd best show him off for you. It's Debbie's Danglers have won. So pleased. Come on, give us your danglers. Thank you. Right,
no.
card of the day time. You all right, Debbie? What's wrong?
You do make me laugh.
Do I? I'm just a consummate professional trying to go about my day, Debbie, honestly. Right, which one would you like to go for? So you can go for number 1, which is this one just here. You can go for number 2, which is this one here, or you can go for number 3. I know which one I'd be voting for, but the choice is yours. 1, 2 or 3. Let me know in the comments. You've got probably 4 minutes, I'd say, to vote for those. I'm going to quickly just give you the details again for the autumn blessings. Remember what you've got in here. Absolutely loads for you. Stamps and dies coming in there, embossing folders, some with coordinating stencils, layering stamps in here. It is absolutely jam-packed full. We lost 2 collections of this yesterday. We worked really hard to bring you another collection back. It is in stock. It is ready to go right now. You get all the hardware that we launched essentially, and you're getting the 6x6 paper pad in here too. I know Debbie's really desperate to squeeze one last demo in on this before the end of the show. You love this. We had the pleasure, didn't we, of doing this on the wake up call yesterday, Debbie, and what an amazing collection it is.
So amazing, and honestly it won't wait around for that long. I've never seen a collection go so quickly. It really is a bit of a technique demo just to show you another element from the gorgeous collection. So I'm using this gorgeous embossing folder, and I say gorgeous because it has the added embellishment of a stencil, which is amazing. So first of all, we're going to do the embossing. So take your folder. It's a 2D embossing folder, so all you need for this is your folder, your your bottom cutting plate, your folder and your top cutting plate, and send that through. That is literally all you need. Oh, this way, we need to go the other way because we've got the Gemini Pro. That's all you need for a 2D embossing folder, which takes it through and embosses that detail, which is great and lovely, and we've done lots of demos with embossing folders. But I love the fact now that not only do you get that beautiful embossed detail, it takes it to a whole new level where we can apply this over the top. So what's good about this, as you can see, we've got all that beautiful embossed detail, but we've now got a matte and layer to go over the top. So if you find, and you will be able to find sort of the grooves of where it is. So let's go over there, pulling it to, I'm trying to, yes, we have got it the right way, haven't we? Yes, definitely. Pop that into there, into those bits, and it will all sort of, you'll feel it sort of almost click, there it is, clicks into place because it goes into that embossing. And then we're going to bring in these different colours. So we've got our honey pot, we've got our grasshopper and our orange, and I'm going to bring in our daubers, because the daubers are the ones that will get into that small detail, and we can actually go in and do our sort of leaves all different colours, so really add in that amazing crisp detail. Now because these are layering or opaque dyes, they layer really well, but the colour is beautiful, so we can just go round onto our different colours and just blend our inks over the top. Now if you haven't got your daubers, just be careful if you're using the normal ink applicators when you're doing this, just to get that real precision inside. But it looks amazing, and I'm using those pigments because the pigments are the richest colours that we do. Oh, got a runaway one there. So just dabbing it in and creating those there. How long did you say we've got, Charlotte? Oh, that's okay. I suddenly thought she said 1 minute. And I was like, oh, that's not good.
I'm a bit confused, Debbie, because we've had...
You're confused?
Just turned around and John was like right behind me, very close. I was just stood here staring at the desk, that's why I think John was a bit concerned. I was just staring in space. What I'm thinking of is, it's Tuesday today, isn't it?
It is.
And we have 3 cards on the Cabinet of Creativity as the cards of the day.
Well, that's because we've had 3.
No, we only need 2. Oh no. Oh, because they all. Oh, I know what's happened. Is this you trying to sneak yours on here?
I haven't put anything anywhere.
There we go. That wasn't me that laughed that time. That was not me that laughed, because I am not that childish.
I definitely didn't take them.
I've got to the bottom of it, yes.
Right, I'm going to take this off so you can see the detail. Look at the amazing detail in those leaves. Absolutely incredible. And I'm going to bring in the finished card. So putting that onto the front of your card, just adding that sentiment inside. But look how magnificent that card is. Just truly amazing.
Really, really gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Debbie's Danglers have won the card of the day. Woo! Indeed they have. So they're going up there on the Cabinet of Creativity, which is awesome. Right, I need to let you know that of the Autumn Blessings, 80% has gone. I'm going to put my neck on the line and say 100% confident this is the last live airing you're going to see of this. It's meant to be on Second Chance Sunday. I can't see that happening. I can't see it lasting the week. We are going to lose more elements of this. We will bring it back for you, but it's going to be a considerably smaller bundle, I'd imagine, the next time we do manage to bring it back for you. If you want all the hardware that we launch with and the 6x6 paper, it is your last chance. 80% of the stock is now gone. There's a lot of you with that sat in your basket at the moment as well. If it is in your basket, I would definitely consider checking out sooner rather than later. Brilliant platinum price for you as well. Of course, everyone getting some sort of Club Inspire saving there. $59.22 or $75.78. Want to run you back through the 3 different options for you here on the Jigsaw dies. These have been so incredibly busy and they are amazing. They make the most awesome puzzles or jigsaws. You can incorporate them into card projects. You can also incorporate them into scrapbooks as well. With these, it's going to be determined by the die cutting machine that you have. If you've got the Junior, you're going to want to go for the 5x7, which is this one here. This will make a 30-piece jigsaw puzzle for you. If you have got the regular Gemini, this is going to be the one for you. It's the 10x8 that you can see here. Makes a 44-piece jigsaw. They all come with 20 sheets of the corresponding mount board, which is fantastic. If you've got the Gemini Pro, then you've got the option of going for the US letter size, which is this one here, the 11x8.5, coming along with 20 sheets of that mount board too. $59.99 or $69.95 if you want to go for that large one. Mary Pat says absolutely fabulous classes on my birthday. Thanks so much, Debbie. Joe, team and friends, you are more than welcome, each and every one of you. Massive thanks to Debbie. Pleasure as always to get a triple Debbie day here on Craft TV. When are you back with us, Debbie? Sunday. I will not see you then, but well, I won't. I'm not lying. But have a great week, Debbie. We'll see you back here on Sunday. Huge thanks to you guys at home. Don't forget to check out your baskets. Big thanks to Ionica, John, Tracy, Charlotte, Georgina, the whole team. We'll see you back here for another full day tomorrow. Take care.